Ah, this is so sad. So sad. Oh, I'm sorry. Good evening. Pugilist Fanatics is Myron Magnus in another segment of Boxing Logics United. How you doing? And this is the segment of YouTube capping. Because the understudy, AKHI TV, the understudy of the great Dante's Boxing Nation, was destroyed in the comment section of his last video. Yes, and I mean destroyed. Go to the video if you haven't seen it. It's titled, Devin Haney forces Gary Russell Jr. to surrender. Okay, well, he misspelled this. He said, Devin Haney forces Gary Russell Jr. to surrender his boogeyman to biggest fraud refusing the fight. Okay. What he meant to say is Devin Haney forces Gary Russell Jr. to surrender his boogeyman title to biggest fraud refusing the fight. Okay? Proofread your content before you upload it, brother. Okay? Okay, AKHI TV? But let's get to it. Basically, he did a whole 20-minute video trying to discredit Mr. Gary Russell Jr. and big up Devin Haney, and was called out multiple times because he was caught in multiple lies. Because it's just fresh on everybody's mind. I mean, fresh. Because we just all watched the damn lives on Fanon, on Blue Blood, on Fight TV over this last week. So how he's going to try to pull this brainwashing over everyone so soon, I have no clue. But AKHI TV Live, I'm sorry, AKHI TV. My apologies. Let me light the black. Let's read these comments. Because he was destroyed. Well, I'm going to read mine too. Let's get to it. And this is what I'm talking about. Checks and balances on the social media program in this sport of boxing today. But the fans spoke the truth and checked AKHI TV. The understudy, son, Padawan learner, student, or whatever, to Dante's Boxing Nation. Is he his son or something? Well, forget all that. Let's get to it. By Hisik Ya, 11572. I think Devin is a good little fighter, top 5 in his division. Yet to say he is the boogeyman from 130 to 140 is a hype job at best. Then me, how was it going to be official when in fact, how was it going to be official when in fact it was only an incomplete term sheet? You AKHI TV for real. That was me. Now let's get to it. False narratives by Big Tony. False narratives on your end. You are not a credible resource anymore. And he responded to every comment. AKHI TV is quite emotional. He's very emotional. Okay? Very emotional. He like how I used to be, but 300 times over. AKHI, you have to stop this by Michael Winters. AKHI, you have to stop this narrative. Dazza didn't have the money. Bill Haney admitted that. They trying to see if Al Heyman and PPC picks it up. 31 likes to that comment. AKHI, stop putting out falsehood. I thought you were better than that. He responded and was upset. 21 likes to that comment. Bill said Dazin didn't want to pay for a fight. Bill is talking in circles. The champion is supposed to come up with the money. The champion is supposed to come up with the money. When Dazin said no, Bill said to Gary, ask Al. Gary's side, plus it wasn't a contract. It was a term sheet. Bill is fake. Bill Haney just said Dazin does not want the fight. Go watch Phenom Boxing. Bill said it himself. That was by VT. The one before that was by Chris W. Heavy hitters. No, he didn't. Bill Haney tried to pull another fast one. Dazin hadn't even shown interest in the fight. Bill Haney admitted that on live stream. The live stream AKHI TV didn't see, evidently. Gary Russell ain't scared of Devin. Say the entire story, dude. Laugh out loud. Nah, AKHI. Bill said himself. Now, these are all in order, one after another. I mean, every goddamn comment was debunking AKHI's entire claim. The falsehood of, I'm just so happy AKHI TV exposed himself like this. Now everybody can see. Go to this video. He just uploaded it 2 hours ago. Nah, AKHI. Bill said himself the number was 0 from Dazin. When he went to them, they didn't want to fund the fight. I think they mad it's two brothers trying to put this together and they don't need them for nothing but to air the fight, or maybe with Canelo suing them, they don't have the financial available. You can't send someone a contract. That was by Justin Hawkins. Now by Johnny Goodman. You can't send someone a contract that has no financial backing. If Gary signed that contract, he would have locked in and stuck on the shelf. Johnny Goodman. Next one by Candy Slim 501. 3 months ago, okay, that one, Candy Slim, was neutral. Now the next guy, Emosis 1980. It's not a contract, man. It's a term sheet, memorandum or understanding. Because AKHI kept saying it was a contract sent. It was a contract sent. The whole entire time. Never a term sheet. Okay? So pushing falsities within a false narrative to push a fighter evidently they have an agreement with. It's not a contract, man. It's called a term sheet, memorandum of understanding. I don't agree with your opinion. You're pushing the wrong narrative. I've been following this from the jump. Once again, it's not a contract. It's called a term sheet. Gary Russell agreed to sign 1.5 and the rematch clause. The term sheet needs to include Matchroom as well. Why? Because they're in a co-promotional agreement with Matchroom. Even Bill said just send it back and he'll put it on there. Bill never had the money from the jump. He also admitted to that as well. Bill has to present the fight. Bill came off like he had the money from the jump. The money Bill had was for the Gamboa fight, which was not 1.5 million. That Gary Russell agreed to already. Gary Russell Jr. never declined the fight. Come on now. I rock with you, but you pushing the wrong narrative. AKHI didn't like that response. Okay, at all. All right. AKHI's fans went against him. All the people who support AKHI said, hell no. And this is the checks and balances. This is what needs to happen in boxing quite often. I mean, every time. You know what I mean? To steer boxing in the right direction. Starting on social media, into the ring, baby. Into the front office. I respectfully disagree with your evaluation. This is by Harold Trim. I respectfully disagree with your evaluation about GRJ versus Haney. You making it seem as if GRG ran away. It was an offer sheet, an incomplete offer sheet. Matchroom ran the same deal to Wilder when he received a blank offer with nothing important on the offer sheet. Matchroom knew the PBC wouldn't accept that type of offer sheet. If Gary didn't want the fight, all he had to do was stand firm on the $2 million offer. Matchroom tried to run a fast one on Team Russell. Be well. That was by Harold Trim. The next one, knowledge is power. Dazin broke, fam. It wasn't Gary or Devin's fault. Bill Haney said DAZN won't approve this fight. Next one by Boxing Beef, 101. Not really, bruh. He 126, Devin Haney 135. Y'all people seem to forget. Guess that was to something else AKHI said in the video. Bill H is the biggest cap. Gary exposed the truth. That was by Mal Fowler. JIA. False. The interview on Fanon's channel showed Bill Haney and company didn't want the fight. Heavy hitters. Dude, get your story straight. Shaking my head, laugh out loud. Slick talking Bill. Trigger Happy TV. Big Al Promotion LLC. Wrong. With laughing faces. J.A. Dixon, you must be on DAZN payroll. That's weak trying to put it on Gary when the term sheet was sent. It didn't have the info needed on there and they already agreed to red pen it and send it back. You looking shaky out here. That's by J.A. Dixon. And it goes on and on and on as I keep scrolling. I need not say more or need not read any more comments. But AKHI TV, you've been exposed by your own subs. Okay? Come correct or don't come at all, bro. Buddha Tay, Boxing Nation, get your youngin in check.